Hey, welcome to day 29 of Nymphing in November. I can't believe the month is nearly over. Well, today I'm here at the tires bench and I'm going to tie a callibaetis nymph. This summer, Tim and I spent a week fishing the Gulpers on Hebgen Lake. And if you don't know where Hebgen Lake is, it's near West Yellowstone, Montana, the west entrance to the park. It is an impoundment of the Madison River. I do believe it was a natural lake, but man-enhanced. Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong about that. Anyways, this year, I'd always heard about the Gulpers. So what the Gulpers are enormous rainbow trout that live in the lake, and browns, it isn't just rainbows, that live in the lake, that when the callibaetis hatch in August, all come to the surface. So you can catch a really large, chunky rainbow trout or brown trout on a dry fly on the surface of the lake. It's a big lake, so fishing kind of occurs in the morning, perhaps the evening. I don't know. We didn't go back in the evenings. We fished every day from probably about 9 o'clock until 1 or 2, whenever the wind picked up. We lucked out in a way this year that all of the smoke from Oregon and Washington and California kind of flooded into the valley there, so it gave the appearance of overcast, which kept the fishing going later than perhaps it normally would have. Also, there wasn't very much wind because the smoke never left the valley. It was terrible. I can remember being there 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was so dark that people's headlights were on. However, the fishing was really rather fantastic. So I am going to tie up some callibaetis nymphs for fishing there for next summer, because I'm sure that we will spend at least a week in that area. We love to fish the Madison anyways. I really love to fish in between the lakes, Hebgen and Quake. So I want to tie some of these callibaetis nymphs. This is not a instructional fly tying video. If you've seen my other videos, you know that this is tying flies and telling lies. So I am in my Montana Grizzly attire as I am mourning the lack of a fall football season. Normally yesterday, Tim and I would have been at one of the games. We do really miss being able to do our normal things, but COVID has really changed the world. So I hope instead of you watching these awful headlines, that you get outdoors, fish if you can. I know a lot of states it's closed, but tie nymphs and stay safe. Wear a damn mask, for God's sakes. That way you can be alive to watch more of these amazing videos. I'm gonna switch up my glasses so I can see what the hell I'm doing and get tying. So today's lies that I thought I would tell, actually they're not lies, they're all stories. I'll tell you a story of what before I was a guide and before I had decent fly fishing equipment. Of course, if you've watched other videos, you know that years back, my husband and I used to own Lobstick Lodge, which is a fly fishing lodge in northern New Hampshire. But before we were guides, I was just a hack. My grandfather was a hunting and fishing guide in Pittsburgh, and I was brought up in a hunting and fishing family. So I always fished. But as a kid, he never put me in waders or anything. We always just kind of went to places where we could, maybe wade in a little bit. We usually fished in the summertime, and I was never allowed to fish in the big main Connecticut River. That was the thing. He would sneak off and go do that. But my grandmother and I were always relegated to fishing small tributary streams. Anyways, after buying the lodge, we used to have guests that would come up and fish, and often I would go fishing with them. And one evening I was fishing with friend Steve, and we were down below Lake Francis. Lake Francis is a man-made lake, and it had a dam on it, and it was a tailwater dam. And in the summertime, man, that, you know, the water would come out, it would be 50 degrees pretty consistently. It was a pretty cold tailwater. And in the summertime, they would often increase the flows, not for irrigation like we do in the West, but for power generation further downriver. They didn't generate right there in Pittsburgh, they generated downriver. So often you'd get these good flows of really cold water, and the fish always really like that. So one evening, I went with my friends, and we went about a mile or so downriver. I didn't have waders. I don't know, I borrowed some waders. They were a size extra large, boot foot, lug sole waders. I'm sure any of you that fished back in the day that had waders like that probably know where this story is going. Anyways, there was a great section of river. Oh my gosh, it used to hold so many brown trout. This area was known for its large brown trout. Huge brown trout used to live beneath that dam. So with my friends, we set out for this spot, and there was this chokecherry bush that had the start of the berries, because this is like August or so. And I remember so vividly the fruit would just bounce in the water just a little bit, and it hung out from the shore just a little bit. And man, there was a huge brown trout that would come up and take caddis off the surface. But it was just a little bit out of my range. So I would keep moving out, moving out, moving out, moving out. And then, of course, I took that fateful one step too much. And before you know it, I was in deep, and not over my head, but these waders, they were extra large, so they were too big for me anyways. They filled with water and literally pulled me under. And I went into a big pool. And as I was bobbing along in the water and going under and coming back up and going under and coming back up, I guess, according to my friends, I made this crazy sound that sounded like whoop, whoop, whoop. So that's how I got my nickname, Whoop Whoop. Anyways, it wasn't long after that I bought my first pair of breathable waders. I think they were Hodgman's. They were pretty awesome waders, and I never looked back. Anyways, so there's my callibaetis nymph. Can't wait to fish that next year. I'm not sure if you know what Fly Fishing Waters does. So Fly Fishing Waters is a blog that I maintain. My husband and I both work at it. I'm kind of the one that you see when there's talking, but he's always the one that you see fishing, because I'm doing all the filming and running of the drones. So we have this website called flyfishingwaters.com. We write about really awesome places to go fly fishing. I'm hoping to like cover the world in this, but you know, there's only so much one person can do. We do have some contributors who are starting to help out, so that'll be fantastic. And I really want Fly Fishing Waters to be kind of a one-stop source when you're thinking about traveling and fly fishing. So I write articles that tell you about where to stay, what to fish, and what to use, that sort of thing. We also take tons of photographs, and I always shoot videos of the area. There's always a Sunday short, which is like a 2-minute that comes out on Sundays on our social media, but then I always do a larger video that really gives you an overview of the area and what the fishing is like. So if you're interested, and I hope that you are, please go to our website and sign up. When you sign up for emails, we every 2 weeks we send out an email of the most recent articles that we've written, videos that we've created, and sometimes we do photo essays. I just completed a photo essay of brook trout spawning in Georgetown Lake. Also, we have a YouTube channel that is where all of our videos are hosted. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Be a subscriber of the Fly Fishing Waters YouTube channel. And then if you're watching this now, you're probably already seeing me on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for following along. Tomorrow will be our last video in the Nymphing in November series. In my opinion, it is the best video. It'll be of true nymphing, not what humans do. Wait till you see the footage we have of what true nymphing in November or any other month is. So I can't wait for you to show that. I wish this was not the last day. Thank you for following along. Oh my gosh, this has been so much fun. What do you think? Should I continue some sort of a video log? Put your comments, post some comments on this video on social media. Tell us what you'd like to do. Would you like to see more video logs? We do fish all winter long. I could take you along for the ride, just like we've done with nymphing in November. Let us know. Hey, thanks for following along. We'll see you tomorrow. But tomorrow it'll be Cullen and his friends that are the stars of the show, not me anymore. See ya. Thank you.